Rodrigo Duterte, the president of the Philippines. Yeah, well, if you're not aware, the president of the Philippines is a super cool guy. And he has a lot of fun ideas. One of them is that he employs motorcycle murder squads to go out and kill people on sight. No arrest, no trial. Who does he do it to? Drug dealers and suspected drug users. Suspected. Do you know how many tired people die every day in Manila? Isn't that crazy to you? You could walk out of your house at 5 in the morning like, oh, shit. And then you hear, You're like, oh. I'm up. And they just roll up next to you. You high? You're like, I just got up. And they're like, you're high. Pow, kill you. It's horrific. It's reprehensible, and I hope that we adopt it here. Not for drug usage, obviously. I think we should reserve it for people who have public speakerphone conversations with their phones in front of their face like this. You know? Yeah. Who are these people just walking around oblivious to the world around them? You're waiting in line to buy a coffee, you have to hear a fascinating two-way tale amplified. It's always like, where were you last night? About that? How about that? That was higher. I was a high. I was just high. Slice her fucking throat. Right in line. Kick the body. Have a coffee. So, too violent? I get it. So, you ever meet somebody and they're so boring, you feel like they poisoned you? Like, you're talking to them and you're like, I feel like I'm dying right now. And I think you did it. This guy's name is Craig. I met him. I made sure to get it. I was like, I'm going to remember you for the rest of my life, man. I met him at the bank. Is he a bank teller? No. Is he a security guard? Nope. What's his job? I don't know. Whatever they call that guy that stands in the lobby of banks now, where you walk in and you're like, do you work here? And he's like, I think so. That guy? The lobby liaison? Well, I saw him. We made eye contact. I don't know how you work. For me, if we make eye contact during the day, not at night, but during the day, out of human decency, I acknowledge you. So that's what I did. We made eye contact, and I go, how you doing? And he went, and I was like, okay. So then I get to the second set of doors to walk in, and as I reach for that door, I hear, you going to the bank? I go, is this still a bank? He goes, yeah. I go, I'd like to. And he goes, go for it. And I was like, okay, thanks. And then I reach back, and he goes, I'm going to Virginia next week. Are you telling me that? He goes, you said, how you doing when you got here? I had to think about it. That's what I'm doing. I go, that's the craziest shit I've ever heard anybody say. And also not how that question works, but all right. And now I reach back, and he goes, yeah, my sister lives there. And I'm like, how long she lived there? Now I'm roped in. He goes, 15 years. And I go, you've never been? And he goes, Now I'm starting to look at him like, hey, man, do you drive to work, or does somebody drop you off? You know what I mean? I think he could... Yeah. I think he could see it in my face, because out of nowhere he goes, I drive. I was like, that's cool, man. That's cool. I drive too, that's crazy. I gotta get in here. He goes, yeah, we're gonna check out DC and we're gonna see some monuments. I go, I would love to hear about it, but I have to make a deposit. He goes, well, I'll be here when you walk out. I go, you motherfucker. Fuck that guy. and fuck everybody like him. If you have the audacity to tell people how you're doing when they say, how you doing, that shit is rude and selfish, all right? I'm serious. There are two acceptable answers to how you doing. Fine and great. And if you're miserable, you say fine. You don't burden people with your real world problems during a courteous exchange. Yeah. True. You know why? Because nobody wants to hear your problems. Your problems make my dick soft. And I am trying to stay hard out here. Now, you know who's got a good system going on? You know whose balls I'd love to slam in a mailbox for 20 minutes straight? Grown men who board 6 a.m. flights who have never seen clouds before. I don't know if you've ever had the good fortune of boarding an early morning flight where there's an unspoken agreement, we're going to keep it nice and dark so we can rest along the journey, but there's always some TikTok in 16C. Yeah. One guy who's sitting there who's like, I never see a cloud like that. Oh, there's another one right there. What, are you fucking 4? Shut the shade, tit slap. We're trying to get some rest. Just like if you express any of your other feelings. Like if you're like, I'm horny, I'm hungry, I'm tired. I'd be like, wow, you got a lot of shit going on. Sounds like you need to jerk off, eat a sandwich, and take a nap. And that's on you. I mean, I'll give you a little tug to get you started, but I'm not going to finish. And I also think I should have the right to respond, you know? Yeah, that's how it should work. I say something, you say something, I say something, and it continues. So I'll say this. I am not put out by outraged culture, okay? I'm serious. Doesn't affect me because I deal with emotionally fragile people every day. See, I have 2 kids, and they bring me their problems. They do. And I speak to them about them. I speak to them differently than I would normally speak to you. You know, they'll come up to me, and my older one will be like, it's loud. Over there. And I'll be like, is it? Well, then don't go over there. He goes, okay. And I go, okay. And then I go, mwah, and I kiss him on the head. And that's how I'm going to start speaking to adults who tell me they're offended by jokes during comedy shows. So, yeah. The best part is that you don't have to agree. That's the great thing about living in this country. You don't have to agree, but you'll know where I stand. So if you come up to me and you're like, I was deeply hurt by what you said during your ha-ha show. I'll be like, oh, were you? Well, you should never hear things you don't like. So you stay home now. Mwah. I'll kiss you on the head. That being said, do you ever wonder what kind of slave owner you would have been? Now, have you ever thought about how many times you may have slept with your significant other? You should know the answer, so let me just start there, all right? If you do, that's terrifying, and we'd like you to leave. Yeah, if you're sitting here, you're like, oh, finally, somebody has... It's 926... There's the exits. What I'm saying as a concept, it is reasonable to assume if you've been with somebody 3 years, you have a healthy thing going on, you may have slept together a few hundred times, right? Right. Now, I want you to think about how many times your dad has finished inside of your mom. So many times. Tom, why would you say that? Well, basically, I think all of our moms are a bunch of cum dumpsters, you know, but your mom more than my mom. Now, I know. It's a tough image to get out of your head once I've planted it, right? You're like, God damn it, my mom's dripping? Probably, yeah. Soaking wet. Look, your mom has done some nasty shit. Let's talk about it. She really has. And look, I'm here to defend her, all right? It is not her fault. It's your dad's fault, for sure. Your dad, with all due respect, is kind of a piece of shit. A little bit. And if you're like, not my dad, he's good. Yeah, to you. He's not always like that to your mom. If they've been together 3 decades, you don't think he says some off-colored shit? Every now and then? Of course he does. They're laying in bed, your dad's tossing and turning, he can't sleep. Your poor mother, is everything all right, dear? It's fine. Was supper good? Yeah, shut up, I'm trying to sleep. Can I do anything to help? Yeah, you can lick my balls, all right? And you want to know something? Your poor mother, she does it, all right? Because she's a ball hog, so your mom gets down there. And she goes, I like my life. Oh, your mom. Now, your grandma. Think about some of the things that she's done. On the railroad tracks or wherever she used to fuck around. El Paso? I don't know. You're like, why are you saying this stuff, Tom? Because I'm having fun.